Live from an undisclosed, highly classified, possibly unpaid for location, it's Daffi World News, the only news source brave enough to report on the stories that actually matter. No fluff.
Yes, 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 yes. In the flesh, the one and only, the final boss. What's going on, man? Live. We got some news today. Daffi World News. You know what time it is, homie? So apparently, and I saw this and I thought, this got to be fake. When I first saw this, I thought, honestly, this has to be fucking fake. So on August 23rd, 2025, during a Knox Pro Wrestling event, thank you, in Sun Valley, Los Angeles, Raja Jackson, a former UFC champ Quentin Rampage Jackson, unexpectedly entered the ring. He body slammed veteran wrestler Stuart Psycho Stu Smith and landed over 20 real punches to his head while Smith lay motionless. Though live attempts to stop the assault followed, the entire incident was live streamed on Kick. So at this point, what the hell is going on Kick to where this type of behavior is just like back to back to back at this point? For those of you who didn't know, Rampage Jackson, true to his name, is one of the greatest UFC fighters of all time. And apparently, he's been on Kick. Rampage Jackson is on Kick, right? And actually, I saw some clips. It looks pretty funny. And then, so obviously, he's taking his son with him to do some of this stuff on Kick. Let's take a look. Hold on. Let's take a look. See here. See what's been going on. So this is the daddy. Right here, this is the daddy. Oh, 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 oh my God.
But curiously enough, he's still not checking leg kicks.
Oh, boom! Oh, shit. So that's the daddy, right? And let's give y'all a little closer up so we can check it out. Give y'all a little closer up. Here's what him and his son have been doing. And this is part of the reason why I thought it was fake, all this clip farming and stuff
I'm
like
gonna
that.
take off my belt. Keep talking like that.
Hey, look here.
Take off this belt right
Look here, young man. Don't listen. Your first day stream, don't show out in front of your stream, son. Cause I've been seeing some of them clips, nigga. You been trying to embarrass me.
What are you talking
on my
about?
stream, nigga? I will embarrass you on your stream.
I don't be.
It's your first day stream. Listen, don't fucking try to embarrass me on your first day stream, son.
You be doing it to me.
I never do that to you.
Yes, you do. You do it to me.
No, you started.
You know what? You keep.
So I don't know. I feel like with punches to the head come CTE, and that CTE adds kind of to the clips that I be seeing, and I don't be knowing what's real and what's fake with them. Like, that was kind of intense interaction, but who knows? So
Raja Jackson just
here's what Raja Jackson, his first real viral moment that I've seen, but most of the clips I see is like high intensity. Here's what's going on with him and this wrestler, Psycho Stu. Apparently, they had something going on backstage where Stu didn't know, there's this thing called kayfabe in wrestling. I used to watch wrestling a lot as a kid, and kayfabe is basically you keep up the act no matter what of your persona. You keep up your character no matter who's around. So Raja Jackson was backstage at this event, Knox Pro Wrestling, which actually is owned or started by WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi, the Booty Man. So the Booty Man Rikishi has a wrestling league, and Raja Jackson is there backstage with some of the wrestlers. And Psycho Stu had a moment where he like smashed a can on his head and thinking he's like a worker or something. And Raja Jackson got tight at that. He was like, yo, I'm not gonna be violent. You're not gonna be violating me like that, I don't know. But he basically, Psycho Stu starts apologizing though. And when I saw that briefly, I'm like, is this real? Like, You know, it's kind of like one of the moments like people would pay for that to interact with a wrestler during kayfabe. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, I don't know, I can't really tell. It's kind of some of that same CTE, intensity, cringy clip shit going on. And I couldn't really tell like what was going on when I had glanced at these
serious
clips.
trouble, and what he did was frankly disgusting. So he's just supposed to do a simple wrestling skit. He was just supposed to body slam the guy in front of him and pull some of his punches. So you can see, he slams him down and instantly knocks out the guy. And instead of pulling his punches, he just starts knocking him out, throwing haymakers non-stop until the guy starts bleeding. And you can see the wrestlers behind their shock. I'm not too sure whether this is part of the entertainment.
Yeah, so I couldn't really tell. Like, all right, I guess maybe he was supposed to. He's live streaming this on Kick, by the way. So I couldn't tell if he was supposed to like pull his punches back. I couldn't really tell if he really knocked him out. Like, wrestling, you just automatically looking through the lens of this is not real for real. But he looked kind of serious. If this is not real, they sold the fuck out of this. Both of them deserve Oscars, and Knox Pro Wrestling gets a big W, and so does Rampage Jackson. Now, the reason why I thought maybe it wasn't real, because I'm looking for, like, yo, is this guy in jail? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is clearly assault, if not. But if you kind of looking at it again, I could kind of see this guy right here in the back.
Non-stop until the guy starts bleeding.
He looks like, he's like, hey. But it's like, I guess he couldn't necessarily pull him off of him, because why doesn't everybody just yank him off? This guy looks outraged. I don't know. You can't really count the crowd.
You see the
but he looks like a worker. Look.
I'm not too
He's
sure
looking,
whether
he's
this is
looking
part
for
of
some
the
help.
entertainment. Look at the guy at the back. They just
Okay, so that's a real
coming up,
pull
grabbing
right
him,
there.
pulling him away from
That's
the
a real
knockout wrestler.
pull.
You can see it's like bleeding.
And they
from
put the
corner of
camera
his
down.
head.
I don't know. This could all
Yeah,
be.
so it's a really shocking scene to see. Yeah, they had to crowd him and pin him into the corner just to stop him.
Just on
And it
first
seems like
glance,
the
I'm
only
looking
reason
at it
why
like
he
maybe
went
this is
all
fake.
out on the wrestler was because the same wrestler made fun of him earlier on. Here's the clip.
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
So this is what happens before he gets in the ring with Stu. They're like apparently backstage at the venue or behind the venue, and you see all the wrestlers in the back. Pretty cool looking wrestlers. Rikishi doing it the best he can, I guess. And so Raja Jackson and Stu are having this interaction, and I guess apparently Raja Jackson actually felt disrespected by this. I'm like,
Hey, I think that's a little.
cracks him with the can, but obviously Stu's a professional, so he cracks the can before he taps his head. So he sells it and cracks him. And I guess Raja Jackson took it serious.
Fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the
Look, he said he's not a fucking worker. Look, he's pulling his sleeve.
You don't sell it?
You got one of the Samoans, OG Samoans right there.
What the fuck was it? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I will fuck him up.
Look.
I know you will.
Look, he apologized. He said sorry.
But it turns out that the dude fully apologized after the confrontation and even asked Raja if he would like a fake angle in the wrestling match.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were a worker. You stay with the camera.
I get it.
We're gonna work it out. Well, he's gonna come out on your mat, too. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you
You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Os? We're always working. So we'll set it up. I'll have him come out during your mat so we can fucking seal the whole.
So he's clearly like, they're breaking it down for him. And he looks calm. Stu's like, he's got his hands up. You can tell by his body language. He's like, yo, I didn't mean anything. He sits down. He sits down to Raja Jackson and lets him stand over him, which is a compromising position. You know what I'm saying? So clearly Stu is breaking it down. Like he's not turning up at this point. He's like, yo, I'm chill. Raja Jackson seems to understand. He's like, yo, I understand. I see what's going on. It's wrestling. Duh. But that's where I don't know. Raja Jackson had to have trained MMA when I'm having a sip of coffee here. He had to have trained MMA when he was a kid trying to follow in his father's footsteps, because I'm just seeing it. Like I have people in my family that have different are on the spectrum, and I can see a little bit of that in this interaction here. Like, but for you to be coherent enough to turn it down, like if you would have turned up right here, it would have been a different story. You know what I'm saying? If you'd have turned up in this moment, not back down, but for you to back down, say you understand, then get back in the ring is actually pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thing, and they will make something out of it. You know what I'm saying? All right.
And the reason why he suddenly
if
acted out
that's
was because
real.
he was tired of everyone treating him like shit.
Everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end.
Oh, okay, I see what happens. So if you look right here, he gets turned back up. This is later in the day. This is later. This is nighttime. When he was talking to Psycho Stu, that was the daytime. Still. So I guess the event is going on to the main event or whatever, and of the night. And he's this is after. This is after. He got blood on his shirt.
Bro, at the end of the day, I'm gonna stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro.
Yeah, he got baited by the chat. That's what I'm saying. He looked down at the chat during this point, if you can see, and he got rage baited by the chat. They must have been, through that whole time calling him pussy, all type of shit. And he's waiting to get on this. He's like, I'm gonna show this son. You know what I'm saying?
Not no
And
fucking
he wilds
bitch,
out.
bro. At the end of the
Allegedly.
day, I'm gonna stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro. Real shit.
Now, Raja is banned on Kick, but it seems like the Kick ban might be the least of his worries, as he was later told that the wrestler he had attacked had just flatlined and still hadn't woken up.
Hello?
Hey, where the hell you at? I told you to double leg that motherfucker and start welding him. I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's fucking in the ring, fucking flatline, bro.
My bad.
Didn't have to do all that shit. I understand y'all.
So how can we, and this is with the things, the little shit that I be like, and it's just wrestling brain, because wrestling brain, I'm always looking at everything sus. But how can we hear him on the phone? Does he have, and this could say two things, like, bro, you on the phone on speakerphone with the joint to your ear, and we could hear it from the camera. Or is it maybe he's got a mic on?
He didn't have to fucking take it very
I'll call you back later.
Yeah, he has a
Upon
mic
hearing
on. I think he
that,
has a mic on.
Raja decided to immediately end the stream. So here's a clip of Rampage Jackson reacting to the news. You can see the disbelief in his face when he hears it.
This is automatically, you already in the wrong cloud. You got what's my son name? I forgot my son name. That whole Kick. This is what I'm saying. Like, this shit happens on Kick. This is the Kick vibe. Kick is like underground streaming. You know what I mean? Like, Kick, MMA fighters definitely would gravitate towards Kick for sure. And this type of fuckery would be happening. Look.
My son might be getting arrested.
Sneeko, that's son name. Sneeko.
Oh, yeah. My son got in a fight at a pro wrestling event.
Another controversial figure.
I'll be back, Chad. I'm gonna go find out. I'm gonna go to the mic.
He left almost.
He left his
immediately trying to
phone.
find out what exactly his son had just done. So the situation is still developing, and if the reports are true, this could go way beyond a Kick ban. We are talking.
So, as you can see,
Beautiful slam takedown by Jackson, now in a side control. So he's submission. Look at that knee.
you grew up watching this type of shit. I don't know. This
Talking like that,
this definitely got some CTE vibes to it. Something is off. It's a lot that's going on at this event too. Like, where's the referee? Like, referee right there. And even before that, so I guess he was supposed to be a part. Oh, look at that. Did y'all see that? This look. That's his daddy's son.
Frankly, disgusting.
He just
So
look a
he's
little.
just supposed to do it. He was tired of everything.
He look a little off. He just look a little off. I'm not gonna lie. He looked like Down syndrome speed type shit. You know what I mean? Look like speed on speed. not to judge a book by its cover, but we got to judge this book. Um, yeah. So apparently, what actually ends up happening is Stu goes to the hospital and is hospitalized and has to have dental surgery. He was unconscious for a while, but now he's in stable condition. So prayers to him. Like I said, if this is actually true and real, prayers to Stu. He's an American veteran who had PTSD and found refuge through wrestling. And if this is true, prayers to Stu for real. Rampage Jackson wilded out. I can't front. He wilded out. But that's actually some crazy shit. And it's really pussy. It's not like they was really fighting. It's not like he gave him the head up. It looked like the way he turned around that he knew Raja was supposed to come in for the match, but I guess maybe he just took it too far. Yeah, I definitely think it was something to do with the chat and CTE on this one. That's what we're gonna call it up to. So, in more on the Spectrum news, more special ed news. We have a whole state which is notorious for CTE style behavior, and that would be on August 14th, 2025, in Miami-Dade County's Biscayne Gardens. So a Florida incident, an online argument over NBA 2K25 escalated into deadly real-world confrontation. The suspect, 23-year-old Derek Terrell Aites, too, invited 25-year-old as Isaiah Gaffney Lavoie to meet at Park Towers Apartments near the Golden Gates interchange after continuing their dispute through live chat during the game. Upon the meeting, the in-person argument intensified when Lavoie slapped Aites. Aites then retrieved the gun and shot Lavoie multiple times. Lavoie was airlifted to HCA Florida Aventura Hospital, but was pronounced dead shortly thereafter. Aites returned to his apartment, later surrendered to the police and provided a full confession. He has been charged with second-degree murder and is being held at Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center with bond yet to be set. So, obviously, L's all around. L's all around for everybody in this situation. Like, imagine staying mad that long. Like, and I'm gonna say, because I know somebody that constantly, another Florida man, New York turned Florida man, that constantly gives out his address online in disputes during NBA 2K25, like his real address. Sometimes you could be doing that with your chest out in the moment, and then you give it to somebody, one of these CTE folk or a fellow Florida man, and they actually pull up. And you might not even have been that mad, but still to that point, but they kind of still like trolling, like, let me see. And then when y'all actually meet up, it re-sparks that at that time. You know what I'm saying? CTE meets Florida man, meets other shit you got going on. Poverty plays a factor. Broke niggas is mad, because Park Towers Apartments does not sound luxurious. I've never heard of a Park Towers Apartments that would be amazing. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. This is all just speculation. Miami-Dade Gardens, I think, Biscayne Gardens, Northwest Miami-Dade. That's not a very rich area. If I'm familiar, I think, pretty sure. But yeah, so this guy pulls up, nigga smacks the shit out of him, and he claps him over 2K25. So they were apparently they were playing 2K25 that morning. See, this is the problem already. Get a fucking job. I think this is 23 and 25 playing 2K25, 11 a.m. This is a recipe for disaster. Get a fucking job, little homies. Go find something to do. Something productive with your life besides playing fucking 2K25 at 11:45 a.m. So they apparently charged him with second-degree murder because just before 11:45, 8 sent them the address. The two kept arguing. Deputies, so they live mad close to each other. Deputies say Lavoie slapped Eights. Eights pulled out a gun and unarmed Lavoie multiple times before fleeing into his apartment. So I don't understand this. Like, now you just threw 2 lives away over a video game, which is insane to me. Trying to figure out why he has a hospital gown on in his mugshot. This is insane. But just be careful out there arguing with these no life people and people with nothing to lose online and in general. Like, that's one thing I always look for when I'm out and about to know how safe I am. I look to see what people have with them to lose. Like, if people have a family with them, they've got something to lose. They're probably not going to be crashing out. You know, people got something expensive with them, they have something to lose. You know, like in the event of a scuffle or an altercation, if they lost their nice phone or lost their bag, or they would be upset. So they're probably chilling. You know, their sneakers got messed up, nice shoes or whatever, nice car, they got something to lose. You know, they're probably not going to be the first to jump to something. But that guy over there in the corner who looked like he ain't showered in 2 days, dusty, dirty, looked like he playing 2K, 11:45 a.m., ready to kill something, slap something. That's the people I look out for. Like, hey, hold on. Black, white, Mexican, whatever. It don't matter. Hispanic, whatever. Asian, it don't matter. If they look like they don't got nothing to lose, I'm over there. I'm looking. I'm like, hold on. It's like a wild animal. You know what I'm saying? For real. So this is some goofy shit. Y'all niggas do this dumb shit 2 weeks before 2K26 come out. RIP to my boy. Like, he not gonna get to make a 7'4" demigod. This nigga gonna be doing post hooks in the penitentiary. So overall, crazy. I really didn't want to go. This is a lot of violence on today's episode of Daffi World News, which is unfortunate. Prayers up to everybody involved in all situations. I just thought all this shit was crazy, and I really needed to look into it a little bit more. Some of you niggas gotta log off and start living life. And we're gonna leave it at that.
Breaking news, it's the final goes flow. From Queens to the world, watch the empire grow. Daffi World News is the #1 show. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Daffi World News is the #1 show. Breaking news.
I love watching Daffi World News.
Breaking news, breaking news.
Daffi's new show is absolutely amazing. I love watching Daffi World News.